All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So this is finished. Now we're gonna go ahead and start on the roll cage for the bug. I went ahead and did a test piece, made sure I liked where my bends were at, and made sure that I understood how to use the bender. I made I used two scrap pieces of tube in order to better understand how I needed to go about setting up the bender and where my bend needed to start and all of that stuff. My start of bend, end of bend, etc. It has been so long since I have built a roll cage that actually had to fit in something. I've made quite a few roll cages that were, I made it to whatever I wanted. There was no actual spec. But this has to follow body lines and seat placement, all of that stuff. So this is a little bit more difficult of a build than what I am used to. So let's go ahead and get this thing chalked up in the bender and get started. All right, ladies and gentlemen, main hoop is bent. And the best part, there's barely any twist. So, let's go ahead and take our test piece, or practice piece, I should say. And I did overbend the legs just a little bit. I overbent this leg a little bit because that one was a little underbent. But take a look at that shit. Like freaking butter. Let's test fit it in the car. Okay, so the next time you're bitching, watching YouTube, cussing about how they have shitty camera angles and stuff like that, shitty lighting and blah, blah, blah. This shit is fucking hard. I forgot that the legs are extremely long on this fucking thing. I don't know. I know for a fact there's a way to do this. Okay, we're gonna cut 2.5 inches off of it. I pulled the bars in, the foot part in, so that way it would clear the rails, which was nothing, and that helped. We're gonna cut 2.5 inches off the bottom of each leg and see if that doesn't get us up there.
Being a pain in my ass. Making a struggle. These fucking back windows and bugs aren't big enough that I can extend it through that, or else I would. Yeah, I could cut the holes out in the bottom of the fucking floor, but I think we'd fight trying to get the damn thing in there, to be quite honest. You know what? I think.
All right, we just cut 3 more inches off. If anything, by my calculations, we should be a 1/2 inch too long. But I'd rather cut another 1/2 inch off than end up a 1/2 inch too short. Yeah, I think we're a 1/2 inch off. But my ankles are good. All right, it's in. So that's where the bar is at currently. I have more than enough room to cut the ends off to make rocker boxes on both sides. Here's my fitment, which is exactly what I wanted. It doesn't stick out far enough past the lip of the window to where we can still put the plate in the windows without having to do a bulge or anything around the cage. I have plenty of room up top to weld down bars there, and I got it as close to the roof as I possibly could without putting a 5th bend in the middle there. I know a lot of people do it, I just didn't want to. But she just slid right in after I cut that extra 1/2, 3/4 of an inch off. Okay, so we've got our A-pillars bent. Again, I left them long so that way I can build some boxes. But they fit real nice. They're gonna be, I think they're gonna be pretty good. When we cut this down, this piece is actually gonna come down slightly and over just a little. We got a little bit of a hair of room right there. And I've even debated on putting a bend right here to bring it closer to there, but right now we're not gonna mess with that. So the next thing that we needed to do, I have a piece to go from here for the angle bar. We're gonna reutilize that later on. We're gonna cut it right at that blue tape there. And use that as our harness bar. We got to figure out where the seats sit before we do that. All right, here's a little walkthrough. A-pillar bars, main hoop, harness bar, fuel tank bar. This bar here will have legs that come off of it that go down through the pan in. They attach to the torsion housing right there. Then we're gonna have upper bars over here that come down to that too. Windshield bar. I'm down to my last stick of tube. Main hoop diagonal bar. Door bar, and roof diagonal bar. So that one will actually go from this corner here to that corner there. Don't forget to like and subscribe.